I've always been a big fan of the Resident Evil series. Like I mentioned probably plenty of times before, and I know that the times I said it, it's my favorite video game franchise. After that, I'd probably go with Metal Gear Solid. That's two, you know, my second favorite video game franchise. And I think 3 would be Zelda with me. I like the Zelda games a lot too, you know. The Zelda games, I like that franchise. I'd probably go with that 3, you know. But the Resident Evil franchise is my favorite video game franchise. And I've been playing them since before Part 2 was even released. I remember the first, like when I first got Resident Evil, I had got my PlayStation. It was like the first game I had got for it. I had that, and I think Final Fantasy 7, I believe it was. But the Resident Evil that I had got was the director's cut, and it came with the demo for Part 2. But Part 2 wasn't yet out though, you know. It was on the way though. It was on the way to being released, but it wasn't out yet at the time. At one point, I still consider Part 2 my favorite Resident Evil though, you know, the one where Leon was introduced. And they had some nice water effects right here. Very nice water effects, you know, right now. They're very nice. But yeah, I thought Part 2 was always like my favorite one, you know. I haven't been playing in a while though, but I used to play that one over and over and over, you know. Like I played and beat it, and just still, you know, kept playing it like over and over. Even the original one, I kept playing like over and over and over, you know, after I beat it, you know. So you saw that would be like a boss battle, which was cool too. This probably was one of the coolest boss battles in the game that's coming up, and it's actually the last one before Ruvik, before you had to fight away. Oh, I mean, spoil before you fight, because you know he is the final boss, you know, like Ruvik, but he takes on like another form. But the boss for this chapter, it was very cool looking. That was like a glimpse of how it looked, because it has like these like tentacle like arms, you know. This part, it was kind of tense too. It was easy though, cause like, the enemies that I was fighting right here, they wasn't really that hard.